Right guys, I just want to give you a quick run through of the new Armiger weapons I've got. So we've got the 3 new ones. We've got the Conversion Beamer, the Volkalite and the Graviton. I just want to quickly show you how a nice and easy way of assembling them all. So I've cleaned the pieces off the sprue. I'll start with the Graviton here. You've got the open petal version, as well as the closed barrel. So I'm going to assemble the open petal version. When you receive the little power cells, they will come on a little sprue tree. So I've already cut some off there, so you only need 6 of them, but I've given you a few extra. A nice easy way to do this, take a piece of masking tape, a little bit of super glue, pop it out on your masking tape. That way you don't get too messy, and just use a cocktail stick. So I've clipped all these out and they locate into these 6 little holes. There's 3 down each side. So this hole in the middle, that's the bottom, just so you know it's going to go down, and these little cells will stick up. So just take a tiny piece of glue, drop it into each of the holes, and take one of the cells. And as you can see, where I've snipped them off, I've left this tiny little tab at the bottom. So that it's quite a snug fit, which is good. That just pushes into the hole like so. So you just repeat that for the other ones. Yeah, that's one side done. So you don't need a huge amount of glue, but obviously the more glue you put on, the better. The same on this side. Take your glue, drop it into your hole. Push in your cell. If it is a little bit tight, you can always just trim down the side of each of those plugs. What I like to do to line them all up, once you've got them in, just push them down onto the bench. Just helps set them in a bit easier. There we go. So that's the cells in each side. And you've got the main body. You've got these 2 power cells that go at the back. So again, small piece of glue, a couple of little blobs. I like to use activator because I'm impatient. So those are the rear cells on. Again, the barrel locates into there's a little hexagon slot in there. And that locates quite nicely inside. So again, little piece of glue. Always do your dry fit first. That's your barrel. So with the cables, you get 2 cables, and the reason I've given you 2 is because you might lose one, or you might want to use one for something else. So the best way to do these, because you've got to heat bend them, pop a little bit of glue on one end and glue it into the bottom lug. So that's glued in like so. Take a hairdryer. Okay, and we're just going to heat up, try and localise the heat just on that little cable. It doesn't need much. It can just be bent into place, so you don't need to glue it just yet. Bend it into place to let it set. And once it cools down, that will harden and go into place. You can just pop it out Just use a fresh stick. I'll cover that one in glue. Fresh stick, tiny bit of glue on the end, and glue it in. Job done. There you go, that's the graviton. So again, exactly the same principle with the other barrel, just I want to do the open petaled version. So then you've got the Volkalite. So the Volkalite comes with two options. So you can either have the barrel glue straight in, so a nice clean look, or if you wanted it to be a bit more of the kind of loyalist version with the shield on, you can glue the shield on first. You can actually have a look that's more akin to the Helverunes, so it's got the shield on there as well. So I'll worry about gluing that on in a bit because I'll play around with it. So quickly show you how to glue this on. So if you look carefully, there's one larger end, one smaller end, and the larger end has got a taper at the top. And you want the taper so when you glue this on, it angles the cable slightly further forward. So again, a little bit of glue in there. So you're looking for that taper to taper it forward. Again, exact same principle, just glue one end, so that's in, and take your hairdryer again. Because it's a thicker piece, try and heat both sides. And that can be bent round and located like that. Again, hold it until it cures. It cools down, and that way it will keep its shape. And you can just gently pull it away because the resin is flexible, so it won't snap. You can gently pull it away and pop a little bit of glue in there, and that's your Volkalite. Nice and straightforward. Now the conversion beamer, again same principle. You've got two parts of the barrel, so tiny little dobs of glue on the end of the barrel, and that will just locate. Try and make sure it's nice and straight. That's the end of the barrel together. And this locates into the body, nice and straightforward, nice and simple. Again, when you glue it in, try and keep it straight. And again, with the cables, I've given you 4 in each one. Sometimes when I'm casting, I might get a bubble in one, so it means I get a little bit of leeway. So you'll always get 2. That would be good, but hopefully you should get all 4, and you only need 2 of them. So again, exactly the same. Bit of spray on it, little dab of glue, glue it into the rear one. Let's glue both of them in. So glue the 2 in, and then you just heat gun hairdryer it. Bend it into place. Hold them until they're set. And they're there. If you're ever not happy with the shape, glue both ends in, get it in shape, and then heat it again with the hairdryer, and it will find its natural curve, and it will give it if it looks a little bit too tight, it will just loosen it back up and put it back to a more comfortable position for the curve. There we go. That's the conversion beam. So hopefully that's all nice and straightforward, and you guys will have hours of fun with them.